guys, a long time no see. I'm sorry I missed the last few uploads, but shit happens and we're here now and I'm so excited to film this video. This kind of takes me back to like the old YouTube days where people used to do consistent Q&As, and I thought like I literally haven't done a Q&A about myself pretty much since I started my channel, and I don't even know if that video is still up anymore. So this video is a Q&A to do with like fitness topics, but also some personal topics. I asked everybody on Instagram to ask me questions and you guys kept them juicy, and I'm actually just really excited to spill the tea and talk about loads of shit because I'm in a chatty mood. Okay, so first question, we'll keep it light. We'll kind of ease our way into the tea. This person asked me, if you weren't a PT, what would your second choice of job be? To be honest, like I've never really thought about it. I kind of just always knew from when I was in uni that I wanted to complete a PT course once I came out of uni and then just try and make money from it, because I've been working like in the fitness industry since then. And I just believe that like if you have a job, it should be something you enjoy. My main passion is fitness. So if I wasn't an actual PT, I don't know, maybe it would be something within the fitness industry like physiotherapist or a masseuse or something like that. So maybe go down like a slightly different path. Aside from like the whole fitness industry though, I do have a passion for fashion. Like I was a brat's girly growing up. I've always been into clothes and what I wear. So maybe something centered around that, like a stylist or even just like a fashion influencer. Maybe something in the fashion industry would like excite me just as much as fitness, because it doesn't even feel like work when you do something that you love. Second question is, what is your most embarrassing gym moment? Now, I used to have a video up on my channel literally titled most embarrassing gym story times, but I had to private it because it was just so annoying. Like when I watch some of my old content back, I just can't. It's just too cringing. Like, I literally just can't. It gives me the ick. Even some of the videos that I posted this year, I might have to go private them, guys, because I just have that like feeling of I can't watch myself back. But anyways, you might have heard this story time already if you've been on my channel. And basically what happened was, this was when I was in my uni gym. So quite a few years ago now. I was running on the treadmill, and this was back in the days before AirPods really even existed. The only wireless headphones available were like the big over-ear ones, but I was a broke bitch. I was a uni student. I had like the classic in-ear wired Apple headphones, and I was running on the treadmill and I'd like rested my phone like on the little ledge on the treadmill and had my headphones in and was just doing my little jog. And then before you know it, the headphones tugged on my phone dropped on the treadmill. I was running like on a treadmill which was in front of a wall, so my phone fell to the treadmill, dashed into the back of the wall, and I just froze. I literally froze, because in that moment I was thinking, oh my god, my phone's just broken, like what am I gonna do? And obviously you can't freeze on a treadmill, you'll drop. And that's exactly what happened. I literally dropped to my knees, rolled off the treadmill. But obviously like this is what makes it even more embarrassing, you guys. It's like in the moment like you don't really use your common sense when you're like panicking and being embarrassed in a public space like that. So I tried to like get back up onto the moving treadmill. So I'm here all like stumbling, trying to like catch my feet. It didn't last very long. The struggle was only for about 10 seconds, but it was long enough for the people on the treadmills next to me, because yes, there were people on either side of me, to help me back up again. Obviously, I thanked them for that. I checked my phone, thank God it was fine. And yeah, I left the gym. I literally couldn't even finish my workout. Luckily, I feel like the only people that saw it were in that little cardio section, because it was kind of like a closed off area. So like not the whole gym saw, but obviously you need to deep that this is my uni gym. So I'm going to be seeing these people in lectures, on campus, at the club. Like, but yeah, I bought Beats immediately after that and made sure that I could never experience that again. I feel like I had a phobia of treadmills for about 6 months after that. I'm pretty sure I did not go on a treadmill for a very long time after that, and I still have the fear a little bit, but I feel like I'm a bit more educated to know what to do if that was to ever happen to me again now. Next question, do you take on male clients? The answer to that is no. Right, so basically I did work with male clients when I worked as an in-person PT in a gym. That was only literally for a few months though before lockdown happened, but I worked with a few like really lovely male clients. I'm still in touch with some of them today. They were very cool people, like no ill intentions, like very genuine, good vibes, just wanted to focus on their fitness journey. But I feel like you can kind of gauge somebody's energy in person a lot more. Now obviously I'm only doing online coaching, and at first I did take on male clients and I did have a female clients, but I just didn't have the best experiences. To be fair, the people that actually paid for the plans and did the plans were fine, but I think even getting to the point of having somebody pay for a plan, I would basically just get guys inquiring on my website, putting their details in, putting their number in, and then when I contacted them to talk to them about what they wanted to achieve, they were just not interested in that at all. They were just gassed to have my number, messaging me about random shit that had nothing to do with coaching, just basically being really unprofessional, making me feel really uncomfortable, trying to move to me and flirt with me basically. And yeah, quite frankly, if you're not here to purchase one of my online coaching programs, you're here to waste my time and try and chat me up instead, seriously fuck off, because you have no gain. If this is the way that you have to come and chat to me, by giving me false hope into thinking that you're inquiring about one of my plans, like you don't even understand that that is just zero gain from the jump. Like that gives me the ick anyway, because why are you trying to play about me and my money? Don't even piss me off. It just got to a point where honestly it was happening too much, so I just decided to focus on only taking on female clients. I just felt like it was wise for me to stick to a specific target audience of people, just to like kind of boost my brand and my market a bit better. So yeah, sorry men, but some of y'all are weirdos and you ruined it for the rest of them. Next question. This is not a fitness question, but I did say that you guys could ask some questions that weren't fitness related and I would still try to answer them anyway, and that is, do I go on sunbeds because your skin is always glowing? Thanks sis. And yes, I actually do. Low-key a bit ashamed to admit, because like I know it's not good. Like every time I have the conversation with somebody, I'm never really like proud to have that conversation. But yeah, the kind of short answer is I really like how my skin looks with a tan. And typically like throughout the whole of winter, I actually fake tan. Like I have a very religious fake tanning routine. But in the summertime, I don't like to do that. A, because I feel like it sweats off and goes patchy so much quicker. Also, like I go on holidays quite a bit, so I can kind of top up my tan with the real sun. Also, if there's a hot day in the UK, I can tan in the real sun here too. But then in between that, I do go on sunbeds. So in summer, I wouldn't say it's every single week because like I said, like holidays kind of pop up in between that. But in general, I go on typically one sunbed a week for 10 minutes and I do a stand-up sunbed. I used to be a lay-down babe. I used to be the queen of lay down sunbeds because I would literally fall asleep and I thought it was so comfortable. But then I started to get like weird tan lines, and a stand-up sunbed just gives you a much more even tan, and 10 minutes is like the perfect amount. And I also use one of the like tan bronzing creams that they sell in the shops, just because I feel like it makes my tan pop that much more without having to do extra time on the sunbeds. And then I do also still use a gradual tan on top of that. I use the Garnier gradual tan, or sometimes the Palmer's one. That one's really good too. But yeah, don't do sunbeds, kids. This is not a sunbed ad. I'm not trying to convince anybody to go on sunbeds. I know it's bad and I really do want to stop and embrace my natural skin, but like I just feel like I look prettier and healthier with the tan, to be honest. So okay, so I feel like I owe you guys some tea now, and this question is, you don't have to mention the brand names, but talk about your worst experience with them. I am actually going to mention this brand's name because once you hear the whole story, I don't feel like it was necessarily the brand themselves' fault, and it's all been resolved now and I would actually work with them again. But it was still probably the worst experience that I've had working with a brand. And I'll tell you guys the brand name after I explain everything that happened. So basically I got contacted by a casting director on Instagram to do a YouTube video with this brand. And the concept behind the video was there was going to be a group of people lined up, and then we were basically in categories. So my category was strength. I thought like this is perfect. Like I was really excited to take up the opportunity because my name will get out there more. Hopefully people will see this video and it's in line with the type of work that I do. So I've been asked to do stuff like that before, but like dating shows and stuff that had nothing to do with what I want to do. And we basically had an influencer ranking us in order of how strong they thought we were. And there was one mole in the game. And of course they chose me to be the mole. I was basically instructed, I had an earpiece in my ear and I had two other influencers speaking to me, and I was instructed to lie about how much I could lift to kind of try and throw the order of the lineup off. I don't even want you guys to see this video because I'm not gonna lie, it was just like a very uncomfortable experience for me. Not like because of anybody else's fault, but I just didn't really know what to expect. I was in a lineup of all men, so I already felt uncomfortable because it was just like so obvious that I was going to be the weakest one in the lineup. Also, like, didn't get the opportunity to kind of like talk to anybody beforehand and like introduce myself and get friendly with them. It was literally just straight on the set and straight to start. Everybody in that room was a guy, and I'm a confident girl, but I've never been in front of a professional camera like that with professional lighting and backdrop, and it's just like, imagine you're the only girl in this whole room, including like the film and the camera crew and the lineup of men and the influencers. Then on top of that, you're having to act when I'm not a good actor. I was having to act and lie and make shit up to try and pretend to be the strongest one, and I just get the ick of myself watching that video back. It's so cringe, you guys. But anyways, we did it. We got the video out of the way. I really didn't want to watch it back, but yeah, I actually managed to win the extra cash prize because I tricked the influencer into believing that I was actually stronger than I really was. It was all good after that. Like, I kind of left on a high because I won. So they were basically paying us a certain amount for the day, and then I got like an extra £200 cash prize on top of that. And it's funny because you watch the video and they give me the money. Best believe when they turned that camera off, they said, "Give us the cash back, you can invoice us for it later." I said cool, because to be honest, I'm not really a cash girl. I'd rather have the money in my bank account. So I did that, invoiced them, filled out all the correct forms, and they said this should be paid within 30 days. 30 days goes by nothing. 60 days goes by nothing. 90 motherfucking days goes by. Have I been paid? And obviously, in the meantime, I'm going to work. I am emailing these people on a regular basis, trying to call their number, but like nothing's going through, DMing the casting directors, but like I'm just basically not getting anywhere. And the video's been up now. It's got hundreds of thousands of views. People have seen it, like they've made their bag from my work. Like, I had to take the day off work to come out here and do this, whatever. And yeah, I just kind of felt very upset, to be honest, because I put hard work into doing that. So I told my parents about it, and my dad was not having it. Like, bless him. He really does a lot for me. He basically found one of the higher ups of this company on LinkedIn. He then messaged them, explained the situation, what was going on, and the person that he messaged was just as like gobsmacked as we were that I wasn't being paid. And the reason why I say that it wasn't this company's fault directly is because they had hired a different company to process all of their invoices, and it was this company that was not responding to any of the emails or processing any of the payments. So they basically fast-tracked my invoice once my dad had spoken to this guy. They got the invoice paid within a few days of my dad finding him on LinkedIn and messaging him. And they also sent me out a free pair of trainers. Let me go grab them. I actually got myself a free pair of New Balances, and these are so cute. Like, it's actually crazy because I wanted a pair of these, and I've been wanting a pair of these for so long. And it's crazy how the universe works in mysterious ways, because all I had to do was get fucked over for like 90 days to earn these for free. And they're so cute, and I've worn them to the gym. They're really comfortable, really light, really airy, really good to run in. And yeah, I was sent these for the inconvenience on top of the money that I was owed. And the company that I'm talking about, guys, is Foot Asylum. Please don't take this as bashing them, because like I said, they were actually amazing. Once we managed to get in touch with somebody who worked for them, they sorted us out straight away. The company they have hired, however, to process everybody's invoices should be fired, in my opinion, because I don't know what kind of business practice that is. But yeah, that was one of the most craziest experiences that I've had with a brand. That was a very long-winded question. On to the next. This person asked me, do you believe in second chances? Good question. I feel like I do in some situations, but not everybody or everything deserves a second chance. Sometimes once somebody shows you a certain side of themselves, you never really want to bring that energy back into your life again. And interestingly enough, I recently gave somebody in my life a second chance that I was kind of hoping for things to work out between us, and they really just didn't at all, in the slightest. But I also don't regret giving them a second chance, because I kind of needed that to close the chapter. I needed to like go through that experience again to remind myself that it was never worth it in the first place. So sometimes a second chance isn't all about like making things work out for the best. Even if things don't work out when you give somebody a second chance, it's almost like a sign to like never double back on them again, and that they weren't right for you in the first place, and it's just like the world reminding you that you just shouldn't go back there. There are a lot of questions about my dating life and if I'm single and stuff like that, and since y'all want to know so bad, yes, I'm single, yes, I'm dating, you could say. And somebody also asked, what's your age limit when it comes to dating? I have dated, the oldest is like 10 years older than me, and the youngest is probably like 2 years younger than me. One thing that I can tell you is that all men are the same. No, to be honest, I feel like I don't really have a preference when it comes to age. Just not too young, obviously, and then not too old. And then kind of leading on from that, in the men category, this person wants to know if I have an opinion on guys who aren't aesthetic for the gym like you girls like to be. I don't really know what that means, but basically I just think they're asking me if I like guys who are like built and muscular. And the answer to that question is like yes and no. I feel like I don't like guys who have no muscle and are like really skinny, no offense, just because I feel like I like to feel kind of safe when I'm with a guy, and I don't want to feel like I'm stronger than you. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like guys who are like really big and like really like bodybuilder, huge and muscular, because I just find it quite scary. I obviously like muscles on a guy. I really like a good chest and good arms. That is my thing. I don't really care about abs. That's not something that like I'm bothered about. But I also do really appreciate a nice athletic build. Like, I'm a person where obviously looks are important. Like, you can't deny that it's important to be attracted to the person that you're talking to. I just think like for me and for a lot of girls, I feel like it's not top on our list the same way that guys really desire an attractive woman. There's a lot of other things that make me attracted to a guy apart from his physique. I honestly feel like I've been talking for so long, so I'll probably only answer like 2 or 3 more questions. Try and keep it quick because yeah, this is gonna be so hard to edit. But anyways, somebody has asked me, would I ever do a fitness class in a secondary school? And for those of you that don't actually know, I actually do work in a youth club once a week, Thursday evenings, and I've been doing this for like, I don't even know at this point, almost 2 years now, which is crazy. It really doesn't feel like I've been doing it for that long. But basically at a youth club about like 15 minutes away from my house, they have some gym equipment there. They have like a bike, a rower, a bench press, some weights, and I basically just instruct the kids on how to use it. I organise like proper sessions for them, so like circuit classes, we do circuit training. Yeah, I just feel like it's a good thing to do to kind of give back to the community. A lot of these kids don't have access to gyms, like gym memberships are expensive. Kind of like enjoy inspiring them and motivating them, and I guess that's like a similar thing. I don't know if I'd work in a school, just because like this is kind of just enough for me right now, doing it once a week on a Thursday evening. I don't really know if I have time in my schedule to do any more, but similar vibes and I enjoy it. What do you prefer posting on, Instagram or TikTok? To be honest, I got beef with both of these damn apps because it's like TikTok, I'll post a video that I think is banging and it gets damn near 50 views. Interaction doesn't line up with the followers, but also I'm very inconsistent posting on TikTok, so I feel like the only person I have to blame is myself. When it comes to Instagram, I feel like I probably do prefer posting on Instagram just because like that is my baby. That is the first thing that I grew. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, by the way. It's the same username, Ames Gaines. And I just feel like I have more of a community on Instagram. I get a lot of people that regularly interact with my posts and my stories and leave comments and likes, and yeah, I think Instagram is more like my community, but I do want to make TikTok that for me, but it can just be like very demotivating when you put a lot of effort behind making video content, which video content isn't easy either, and then it just like consistently does badly. So yeah, but Instagram could be the same. One post will get like 10,000 likes and then one post will get like 500, and there's no in between, and I don't understand the algorithm to any of these apps. I can't crack the code. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. I prefer posting on Instagram, but I want to get better at TikTok. So if you guys have any TikTok tips, please let me know. Last question. I want to make it interesting. I feel like I've answered the juiciest ones already. We'll finish this off with a question from Dean, my fave. asking me what my favourite gains meal is. I know Dean's gonna hate me for this one because he doesn't like fish, but I promise you this recipe works so well with just grilled chicken. So I grill or fry 2 sea bass fillets because I really like fish. I'm always in the mood to eat fish. I then have some brown rice and quinoa on the side. It's like one of those Tilda packets that you can get as a mixture. I then make a Greek salad and I add some feta into the salad to get my extra protein in. And then I also have 2 boiled eggs. So you got your fish, your eggs, and your feta. And like I said, this would also taste banging with some grilled chicken as well. But yeah, that's my current gains meal because it's so refreshing. And I feel like with fish, like you can eat a lot of it and never feel heavy. I'm literally defrosting some sea bass downstairs right now so I can go and make that exact meal. With that being said, you guys, this was like my first Q&A that I've done about myself, and there were still so many questions on here that I did not get to answer, which I'm really sad about because I could chat for England. Like, I have so much to say. It's just unfortunate that I didn't get to answer everything in this video. So let me know down below if you want me to do more Q&As, because I can definitely do them more often if you guys are nosy and want to know more things about me. I really hope you guys like my next few videos. Stay tuned. I promise I'm going to be consistent, and I'll see you next week. Bye.